Welcome to Portsmouth, Ohio, home to the Great Grant Bridge, bringing Buckeyes and Bluegrass together, where the sounds of a certain singing cowboy still linger. And on the back end of town, almost an afterthought, what once was universal, now anything but. So what do you know about the Portsmouth Spartans?
Don't know anything about them.
Don't know much about the old football team?
I just heard about them.
The Portsmouth Spartans, now the Detroit Lions, but at one time, a lot more than both.
I was always told about the football team that had been there, the former professional football team, that it was one of the first ones under lights.
History hangs on in many forms, in painted pictures.
A lot of people are very surprised when they do take tours of the murals and you get to that point and they see the different uniforms and things. And then you mentioned that, and I always say that, the Portsmouth Spartans beat, the Green Bay, and it's like, and now they're known as the Detroit Lions.
And random recalls.
He was a legend when I was a kid. He liked to go out and take stuff that wasn't his, and he spent a little time in jail.
For many here in Portsmouth, the nutshell story of the Spartans goes something like this. They joined the NFL in 1930, played the first national championship game in 32, and were sent off to Detroit to become the Lions in 34. And that's where the story ends. Or does it?
I had never met Glenn before, and the week that I met him, I received a little card in the mail that offered me the opportunity to purchase a beer stein with the Portsmouth Spartans and Chicago Bears on it from the first championship game.
Meet the Malt brothers, Will and Darren. Their River restaurant is home to great steak and surrounded by stories of the Spartans.
In the same week that I got that card, I got to meet Glenn Presnell, so I ordered several beer steins. He told me about playing in the first championship game, and about how if the guys had listened to him, the Spartans had listened to him, they would have probably won because he had a play called that would have put them ahead in the game. From a serendipitous beer stein to walls lined with lives touched by the team and beyond, Glenn Presnell played offense, defense, and special teams, even holding the league's longest field goal record at 54 yards, a feat that wouldn't fall for nearly 2 decades. Glenn actually was given stock in the football team.
For the people of Portsmouth, the Spartan story doesn't end in 34. It's as alive as the lights that once lit up the stadium for the first night football game in history, and those around town want more recognition.
I have always thought that. If you don't know where you've been, how do you know where you're going?
Come on, NFL. Remember your roots. A team in town with history like this needs room to breathe. After all, remember what Roy said.
Don't fence me in.
For 13 News, I'm Tom Rader, working for you.
There's a lot of love for the Spartans still yet in Portsmouth, that's for sure.
In the home of the Spartans, Portsmouth, Ohio.